Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Hello, beautiful souls. How is everyone doing today? Hello. Welcome. Hello, let me know who is here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you are new. Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm so happy to be here to love on each and every one of you guys today. Let me know where you are tuning in from. For those that do not know me, my name is Genna Rose Giannetti. I am a spiritual and meditation teacher as well as a love coach. I help people to find spiritual sovereignty, spiritual enlightenment, and help them to tap into the love within themselves to then manifest the greatest love of their lives outside of them. I help people to transform their trauma, transition and healing, and so much more. So I welcome you today. I welcome you to just being here with me, being here with everyone, just coming to community. Hello, Sid. Love a new picture. I was on your website today. Yay! Aw, thank you so much. It goes both ways. You guys are helping me as much as I'm helping you because I am you and you are me. And that's exactly what we will be talking about today is we will be talking about perspectives and infinite realities and perspectives and all of that goodness. So thank you for seeing me. Thank you for valuing me. And I just want to let you know that I see you and I value you. And every single interaction that we have together, you are helping me as much as I'm helping you. It goes both ways. So thank you. Hello, Leanne. Hello. How is everyone feeling today? How is everyone's emotions? How is everyone's feelings? Let's get the feelings and emotions moving today. I welcome all of you guys. I'm so happy to be here. Last week I wasn't here on Thursday and Friday because I was off in Michigan. I had a wedding. And then yesterday I was having some serious technical difficulties on an Insight Timer. I don't know if any other teachers have been talking about it, but Insight Timer has been giving me some real technical difficulties. But we are here. I'm ready to celebrate with you guys. I'm ready to love on you. So please let me know what you guys are in need of today, how I can best assist you. Please feel free to use that box to comment, to talk, to communicate with me. I love when you talk back to me. I love talking in general, but it's a lot better if I have some communication. So just welcome everyone. I want to let you know that I welcome you wherever you're at, in whatever vibration you're at, with whatever feelings you are feeling, whether you are feeling ecstatic and happy and loving, or you are feeling so angry that you're ready to blow up a house. I welcome you wherever you're at. This is a judgment-free zone. We come here just as we are, and I accept you just as we are. I work for growth, and I work with love. So I applaud each and every one of you. Hello, John. So today we are going to be talking about perspective. We are going to be talking about how to help ourselves to see different perspectives, how to tap into the infinite realities and potentials of the world. So often we view the world only from our own perspective, from our own lens, our own sight. And in this talk and meditation we will be doing, I will be teaching you how to navigate other perspectives, how to navigate other realities, how to, move into better understanding. It should be a really good one today. I'm really excited. Let me know if you guys are excited. Let me know in the comments. Let's see who's here. Hello, Andy from Florida. Hello, Jason. Hello, May. Hello, Tim. Hello. Oh, hello, Michelle. Hello, Emily. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Relaxin'. If I didn't say hello to you, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I still love you, but I can't see your picture on the bottom. All right, beautiful, beautiful soul. So, I always start each and every one of my lives, if you are new here, with us just joining together, us just coming together in celebration and unity and connection and community. This is what it's about. This is why I do this, because we are creating a community of supporting each other, a community of love, a community of celebration of how hard it is to be in this earth suit. So I always start our lives by just us gathering together, holding hands, uniting with each other. Although we can't physically be with each other, energy is neither created or destroyed. And so when we just imagine and we join together, we are connected, we are united, we are in community with each other. So we are going to do that first and foremost. Hello, May. Well, welcome, May. I'm super excited to have you. If anyone is new, again, I am Genna Rose Giannetti. I am a spiritual and meditation teacher as well as a love coach. I help to empower people to find love within themselves, to then find love out into this extraordinary, vast, beautiful world. And I will be talking a little bit more about that, but I work a lot with trauma healing, inner child work, sacred sexuality, and so much more. So welcome, everyone. Make sure to click that follow button so you get all of my lives. I come live Monday through Friday, and I have lots of great meditations on my dashboard and all of that. So welcome, May, and everyone that's new. So as I stated, I just want us to just take 1 minute to just close down your eyes so that we can just connect with each other. And I'm going to ask you to just place your palms facing up, closing down those beautiful eyes, and just start to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just notice how amazing it feels to just close down those eyes, to just close down the perception of this reality. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and bringing all of your awareness to the breath, and just noticing how amazing it feels to just breathe, to just let go of the day that you've had thus far, and just find stillness in this moment. And then on the next inhale, imagine a beautiful sun shining upon you, and feel that light of the sun, and see the beautiful white yellow light shining down on you. And allow that light to shine down on you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, healing you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Feel that light radiating every single part of your body. And then imagine in your third eye, every single person that is on this live right now, gathered together in a beautiful circle. You can imagine all of us together wherever you so desire. For today, I will imagine that we are all united in a beautiful forest, surrounded by trees and grass. And as you imagine all of us united, start to see us all forming a circle and grabbing hands with one another, forming a circle of community, forming a circle of love, forming a circle of support for each other. And as you hold hands with everyone that's here right now, just feel that light that you anchored into your body and move that light out to every single person in the circle. Sending the light out through your hands, touching the hands of everybody that's here, and allowing that light to just move through everybody, through the hands, through every single person that's here, lighting up this whole circle of light, and feeling this whole circle lit up like a beautiful sun, creating a sun ourselves. And set the intention for today to join with each other, to gain other perspectives, to gain other insights, to support each other, to love each other no matter what someone's going through, to simply hold this sacred space that we are forming together with another. And take a moment in the silence to just feel the love, feel the support, feel the healing. You are supported, you are loved, you are valued, and you are worthy. And allow anyone that comes into this circle after we have closed it, allow them to come in and hold hands, allow them to feel support. Allow all the people that will listen to this on YouTube to come in later, forming hands with us. And then just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And whenever you're ready, you may gently open up your beautiful eyes. Come back into the sacred space with one another. And you can choose to imagine yourself holding hands with everyone like we just did throughout the remainder of our session. Or just come back to your own spiritual sovereignty today. I welcome you guys today. I welcome you. So before we get into our conversation, today we will be talking about perspectives, realities, infinite realities and perspectives. And before we get into that talk, I just want to do a little check-in and just see how everyone's feeling. Where is everyone at right now? Where's your vibration? And remember that whatever vibration you're at is the feeling that you are feeling. We always know where our vibration lies based off of our feelings. So where are you at right now? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you in need of some loving Reiki? Are we feeling angry? Are we feeling frustrated? Are we feeling stressed? I welcome you to be vulnerable. For me, today, I was having the morning started off really well. I was feeling really great. I had a great night's sleep. And then I hit this pivot point today. And there was this point of a little bit of anxiety. I don't know if anyone else was feeling that, but I was feeling this great anxiety over how much I want to help and how much I feel like I need to do in my life. And how I always feel like I want to be in action mode. And I was sitting there at my desk thinking about how there's so much that I want to do and I don't even know what to do. Here I was with a huge to-do list that I write every single morning of all the things that I want to accomplish in the day. But I wasn't feeling any kind of motivation to do anything. I was feeling anxious. I was feeling a little bit of anxiety. And I had to take a moment to really just check in with my feelings and see where I was at. And I recognize, and I want to tell all of you guys, that when you are feeling how I was feeling earlier and feeling like you don't know what to do, to just take one step. And sometimes that first step is the hardest step you can take. It's the absolute hardest step that you can take. But to just do something is better than nothing. And then, of course, there are those days where you need to do nothing and you should just relax and do nothing. But when you're in a reality, when you're in a moment where you want to be in action mode and you don't know what action to take, any action will move the momentum to then allow source, to allow spirit to come in and guide you to the inspired action that you need to take. So it leads me into our discussion today, how everything is perspective. Everything in our reality is perspective based. Everything in our reality is a belief system that we hold. And we all have similar beliefs and different beliefs as a collective consciousness, no matter where you're at. We still hold similar beliefs of what's good, what's bad. But the way in which we see the world is all perspective based. It's all based on the society, thank you for the love. It's all based on the society that we came from. The ways in which we are happy or the ways that we are sad are based on perspective and our perspective of things. If you go to Africa, and I've spent a good deal of time in Africa, I went there in 2020. I went backpacking through Africa. I love Africa, by the way. Africa was just amazing. It's probably one of my favorite places I've traveled to. I went to South Africa and Kenya. But when you go when I was in Africa, I gained a different perspective on what life was like. And different countries, different societies will give you this. I recognized how wealthy, I recognized how well off I was when I was in Africa or even China. I'll give you so when I was in China, I'll use China as an example. I was teaching in China, and I was living like a millionaire. Legit, I had every single dollar you could even think of. There was nothing I couldn't buy. There was nothing I couldn't afford. And perspective, I didn't make any more money than I would make in the United States. But because of the cost of living, my perspective on my abundance and my wealth was different. You go to a place like China and $100 is a lot. But you go to the US and $100 is nothing. Someone who grew up in a society where there was a lot of poverty or war may come and have a day where we might think of it as a bad day, and it may be the best day of their life. Everything in this reality is perspective. What's a lot for one person is nothing for someone else. And the more that we start to expand our mind, and the more that we start to recognize these many potentials and how everyone holds a different perspective, the more we can tap into these higher realms of consciousness, of different realities. Because as many perspectives as there are on the board, is as many infinite realities that there are in the board. I'm going to repeat that to make sure that resonated with you guys, because I know that can be a lot to grasp. But as many perspectives as there are on the world is as many infinite realities as there are that we can tap into. You can think about this as thinking about a friend or thinking about a partner that you might have a disagreement. And in that moment of disagreement, you both have a different perspective of what event just happened. One may think that they didn't do anything wrong, and one may think that you did something wrong. You're holding a different perspective. And then we've all heard that idea of there was his truth, her truth, and then the real truth. And then when you bring another person into the mix, then you get another perspective. And so what we can start to do is start to play with this idea of exploring other perspectives. And as the saying goes, walking in someone's shoes. And I want to use a little example for a moment. I want to ask everyone to just close your eyes for a moment. And we're just going to do a real quick exercise to try to just tie in this example that I'm giving of perspective. And this example that I'm going to use is not my own example, but this was something that Bashar, if anyone is familiar with Bashar, and this is something that Bashar used in his last live broadcast, and I thought it was so golden that I wanted to just use a little snippet of this idea to show you. So I'm going to ask you to just close your eyes for a minute and just take a deep breath in, anchor you into this moment. And I want you to imagine that you walk into a restaurant. Imagine you're walking into that restaurant. And as you walk into this restaurant, the whole restaurant is empty, other than the hostess. There's only one person that you can see in this restaurant. And as you walk inside, you see the host, and the host sees you. And you look at the host, and you start to gain a perspective of this host. You can imagine this host however you want to see them, whatever gender. Try to observe what they might be wearing, what their emotions are, what their attitude is. And then as you walk into this restaurant, the hostess or host sits you at a table. And as the host sits you at the table, they hand you your menu. And they walk over to the host stand again. And for a little bit, you are alone in the restaurant with just this host. And you start to look at this host and start to just observe them again. Start to imagine what their day might be like. Imagine what they may be feeling walking in the restaurant. Start to put your perspective of them and what it's like for them. Think about all of the customers that may have come in. Think about what they might be thinking about. Just try to observe this host from your own perspective. And then I want you to shift your attention into viewing this person as if you were them. So now taking your perspective and shifting it as if you are them, and actually feeling how this host may be feeling, what they may be experiencing, what they may be thinking. And put yourself in their literal shoes. And then from this, as the host, look back at yourself as you are, sitting at the booth in the restaurant. So now you are viewing yourself from the host's self, looking back at you, creating a triangle of perception. You are perceiving them as them perceiving themselves, as them now perceiving you, and start to see yourself from their perspective. And then take your perspective one more time and observe you perceiving them, perceiving themselves as them, perceiving you as yourself, as you perceiving them, perceiving you, perceiving them. And sit with that mind-blowing feeling of perspective. And then we will take it only one step further. Imagine now that you are back in your own body. You're back at the table, only in your own perception. And imagine a waitress coming to the table. And now imagine this waitress taking your order. And as the waitress takes your order, start to perceive them. Perceiving what they're wearing, their attitude, their emotions. And then do the same exercise you just did of perceiving them, then looking back at them and perceiving them as if you were them. Feeling into what it feels like to be a waitress, to have the day that they are having. Feeling into what it's like to be them. And then see this waitress looking back at you as you, perceiving you. And start to perceive yourself as if you were this waitress. And then as you are perceiving yourself as if you are this waitress, start to perceive that you are perceiving yourself as that waitress. And now see yourself perceiving the waitress, perceiving you, while you're perceiving them. And then imagine that host looking back at you and looking back at the waitress, perceiving both of you. And you can take 1 minute to just continue to just do this exercise of perceiving the host, perceiving the waitress, them perceiving you, putting yourself in their shoes, and start to allow this perspective and then just imagine how many more times you can do this as more customers come in, as you perceive the host, the cook, the waitress, the managers, the other customers, and start to realize how many perspectives there are. And then start to recognize that as many perspectives as there are, there's that many realities, because each person is living a different reality, is living a different life existence. And just use that example and take a deep breath in through your nose. And come back and breathe out through your mouth. And open up your eyes whenever you are ready. And come back into the space. Hello, Brenda. And start to see in the exercise that we just did how that simple exercise could start to blow your mind and how much perception there can be. We are constantly perceiving the world outside of us. We are perceiving the people, we are perceiving the environments, we are perceiving food. But everybody is living in this life from a different perspective. And as everyone is living this life in a different perspective, everyone is living a different reality. What is right for one person is not always right for another person, because every person has lived with different perspectives in a different reality as you are. And as humans, as we're navigating this earth that we are on, we are constantly changing realities. We are constantly shifting and sorting and moving to different infinite parallel dimensions. An example of this is the difference in our consciousness. Let me know if this is resonating with you guys. Let me know in the comments. Please talk to me. Let me know if this is resonating with you guys. Let me know if you're hearing me. Let me know if I've gone overboard. Let me know if I need to slow it down. Talk to me. So we are constantly living and moving through different realities. An example of this is, think about yourself as a child. Think about when you were a child and the thoughts that you thought about. Think about the things that you wanted as a child. And then think about where you're at now in your life. And think about how those things that you wanted, the level of consciousness you were then, is not the same level of consciousness, it's not the same reality that you are living in now. You can call this growing up, or you can call this changing realities. those different moments in our life where we are constantly quantum jumping, where our reality completely shatters and a new reality forms. And the way we do this is by gaining a different perspective. It's by understanding that your perspective that you hold in this reality is only your perspective, only in this moment, and that the perspective that you hold in this moment may not even be your perspective 5 minutes from now, or might not have even been your perspective 5 minutes ago. And that whatever perspective you're holding, those infinite number of potential and infinite numbers of perspectives outside of you. So whenever you are trying to achieve anything in your life, anything, whenever you are looking for a solution to anything, there are an infinite number of different ways that you can do that task, because there's an infinite number of perspectives that there are in the world. This is why group work can be so rewarding, but can also be so frustrating. We all remember back in school when we were paired in a group and everyone had a different idea. Everyone had a different way of doing things. You may still experience this in whatever work field you have. Everyone has a different way of doing things. Am I making sense? Let me know. I'm going to wait until I get some comments. Yes, no. I'm waiting to see some comments to continue. So if you want me to yeah, I see a heart. That works, Summer Star. That must mean that you're really loving this. I'm going to light some sage as we're talking. So, a perspective is always changing. It's a lot to process. Oh, absolutely. And this will be on YouTube after. So you can always listen to this after. But there's always a different way of doing things. There's always a different perspective. And as we are awakening, this subject may seem a little mind-blowing, but this is the exact problem. And I hate the word problem. I hate that word because I want to say that there's no problems. But this is the problem, quote unquote, of what's going on in this world right now, is that everyone is holding a different perspective and no one is looking at the other perspectives of the world. No one is looking at what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. And the only way that we are going to be able to awaken our consciousness and awaken into the higher dimensions and awaken into the 5D is by learning to gain different perspectives. And the very first step is to simply start to just use the exercise that I used of just walking in someone else's shoes. Start to do this with your partner at home if you guys are having a disagreement. Instead of staying fixed in your ego of what you think is right or you think is wrong, take a step back and try to see it from their point of view. Literally change your point of view. Take the point on the graph paper and move it. And as we do this, we will start to be able to navigate other realities. We'll be able to quantum jump. We'll be able to quantum leap. But until we start to move our perspective and see other viewpoints, we're not going to be able to access other realms, at least consciously. Unconsciously, we're always moving, always. But we don't recognize that consciously. I know this has been a lot to take on, so I just want to pause and ask anyone if they have any questions that they want to ask. I know that this was a little dense, this was a little out there, this was a lot. I understand that. So let me know if you have any questions that I can answer. We are constantly changing characters. We're always changing. We're always evolving. We're always growing. The perspective that we hold today is not the perspective that we held when we were a teenager or a child or a young adult. Our perspective has changed. And the only way to awaken is to expand it. Questions, comments, feelings. What is a perspective or something that you are struggling with in your life right now that you are having a hard time gaining another perspective on? Let's be vulnerable and share something that we are struggling with, that we're looking to gain a different perspective on. Yesterday, I'll be vulnerable and I'll share. So, me and my partner keep having this one, it feels like it's like the only thing that we keep coming back to, that we keep butting heads about. And it's something that he does that I'm not so pleased about. And so yesterday, I was outside and I was going to the mailbox. And as I went to the mailbox, my neighbor, who I'm friends with, was right outside with her 2 little boys. And I went over there and I said, "Can I get your perspective?" I said, "Can I get your perspective on something? Can you please tell me if I'm being irrational right now?" And that was the first step, because I could have stuck in this, and it wasn't a fight, it wasn't an argument, it was just something that I didn't exactly agree with, that my partner continues to do. And so for months, it seems like me and my partner have been butting heads, not fighting, but butting heads about this one thing he wants to do. And I got to my point yesterday where I said, okay, am I wrong? Am I being irrational? So I looked outside of me and I went to the neighbor, and it just happened to manifest that way. I didn't intend to ask the neighbor, but she happened to be outside. And I said, am I being irrational right now about this? And I asked her perspective on the issue. And she agreed with me at first, and then I kind of dug deeper and I said, well, this keeps happening. And then she gave me his perspective, and I came home. And in gaining her perspective outside of our relationship, It helped me in my own relationship to better understand my partner's perspective so that he could then better understand my perspective. So sometimes we have to look outside of ourselves for different perspectives when butting heads with another perspective, so that others can better understand us. Because at a core level, 111, 111 meditators, everyone, and tell me if you agree or disagree, but I'm pretty sure everyone agrees. Everybody on this planet has a core wound of just wanting to be understood. Everybody feels this core desire to just want people to understand, to just see them, to just recognize them. And if everybody is having the same exact wound of just wanting to be understood, the only way to understand someone is to put yourself in their shoes, to gain their perspective. And if you do desire to awaken and expand your consciousness, once you start to gain others' perspectives, you will start to gain different realities and be able to shift your reality into a more preferred reality. Does this make sense? And then I want to lead you guys into a meditation. I know this was dense and a lot to process. I love the idea of this core wound. Yeah, it is a core wound. I believe that there's many core wounds that we carry. One core wound is this core wound of everyone wanting to be understood. This core wound of us all feeling abandoned. We all have this core wound of feeling abandonment. This core wound of control. And these core wounds are the things that we need to work on to help us to become enlightened, to help us to awaken further, to help us to become more sovereign beings. One thing that I've really been working through right now is this idea of marriage. This idea of weddings and marriage. Because as a little girl, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, people. I'm being open and honest. I started planning my wedding at 10. I had it all planned out. Then I opened up a wedding planning business when I was 24. And I ran a successful wedding planning business. I still have my wedding planning business. And the more I focus on my spirituality, the more I focus on my enlightenment, the more this desire for marriage, or society's desire for marriage, no longer appeals to me. And it goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about right now. And I've now gained a different perspective. Well, I once held a perspective that marriage was the ultimate way that you could show someone you love someone. Marriage was this ultimate way of expressing love. And that you staying with someone for better or for worse, through sickness, through in health, till death do you part, was romantic. And I'm not turning anyone down who is married. I celebrate you. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But where my perspective is now starting to shift, and what I'm working through in my life, is this feeling of control. This feeling of willingness to commit when things don't feel good, instead of just finding something that does feel good. So my perspective's changing, and it will probably change again. So I just want to end this talk as we go into this meditation by just encouraging yourselves to just shift your perspective just even a little bit. It can be as small as drinking oat milk instead of cow's milk, or shifting your perspective of seeing someone that believes something different than you and asking them about their beliefs. Instead of fighting with your partner when you disagree with him or her, ask them what their perspective is. And as we do this, we'll start to release this gap that we are experiencing, that COVID has caused us to do. This gap of vaccinated versus unvaccinated. This would be a great exercise because everyone is so two-sided on this. If you are pro-vaccine, start to understand and gain the perspective of those that haven't gotten the COVID vaccine and ask them, well, hey, why haven't you gotten the COVID vaccine? And those that haven't gotten the COVID vaccine and are anti-COVID vaccine, start to ask and look into why those that have gotten the vaccine without putting your own perspective of why you think they may have done or not done into it. Being courageous and curious to actually ask the questions of different humans, different souls walking this earth, of why they do what they do, instead of assuming that you know why they do what they do. Gain a different perspective. Be curious. Ask questions. So I would like to anchor this idea in by ending in a little meditation, grounding us back into the room. I know we flew a little high today, and I welcome everyone for just coming and being a part of this. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are the reason I do what I do. So we're just going to do a real quick body scan. Nothing too intense because this was an intense conversation. But I just want to bring our bodies into this. And then I'm going to ask you to stay after, and I have a few announcements for you guys to make. And then we will end, okay? So just a quick little body scan. Alright, everyone. I'm going to ask you to just sit down, finding a place where you will not be disturbed. And just start to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing in a new perspective. Breathing out your own perspective. Breathing in and anchoring in this beautiful talk that we gave on perspective. And on the exhale, connecting with the infinite realities and potentials that lay out there. And set the intention to allow perspective and the opening of new potentials and perspectives to move through not only your body, but your mind, your soul, and your spirit. And breathe in and breathe out. And then start to imagine a beautiful white crystalline light from the top of your head. And infuse this beautiful light and activate this light with the beautiful intention to allow this light to move a different perspective, an opening, an awareness, an awakening through your body, through your soul, and through your spirit, helping you to awaken not only in the perspectives of others, but into the infinite realities that you can move into. And feel this light moving down the crown of your head, opening and expanding your crown, connecting you to the many spiritual potentials of all that is through the universe. And moving this light down your face, down your eyes, activating new eyesight that may perceive the world in a different way, switching your vision from seeing internally to seeing externally, seeing a different way of life. Moving this light down your ears, opening and expanding your ears to hearing different sounds, different words, different messages. Moving this light over to your mouth, allowing your beautiful taste buds to move into different senses. Moving this light down your throat, down your vocal cords, and activating the beautiful words that you will speak, that you will teach, that you will motivate others with. Activating the knowing of how much you influence the world around you and how much you truly matter in the words that you speak. Influence the perspective of the reality in which you live in. And moving this light down your shoulders, down your back, down your arms, and letting go of any perspectives that you are carrying that no longer serve you, that no longer serve your spirit, your soul, the highest good for you, and the highest good for everyone that walks this planet, for our atoms, molecules, selves. Let go and activate lightness. Allow this light to melt away old perspectives, old beliefs, and move this light over your chest, over your heart, opening, expanding, and activating your heart to guide you into the many realms, many realities, many perspectives, potentials Feel a beautiful light opening and expanding your heart, activating love, activating light, activating peace. Moving this light down your torso, down your stomach, letting go of any feel that you are holding into your gut, letting go so that you can come back to your natural gut instincts of what's best for the world and what's best for you. Moving this light down your body, down your solar plexus, activating your courage, activating your bravery, activating your willpower to take the gut instincts that you need to move into the courage of seeing other potentials, perspectives, and realities. And moving this light down your pelvis and activating in your beautiful genitals the life force energy that brought you into this earth, and activate the beautiful power, the beautiful magic of creation to create a new reality, to create a new perspective, to create new potentials. Activating it now. And moving this light down your legs, allowing your legs, your feet to guide you, to protect you, to show you the infinite realities, the infinite words, the infinite potentials, all of the infinite perspectives that this whole world holds. And feel this light moving throughout your whole entire being. Feel the stillness. Feel the peace. Feel the calmness. Know that you are filled with infinite perspectives and potentials. For you are walking this beautiful earth, constantly changing characters. You are who you choose to become based off of the perspective that you hold of yourself and the perspective of the world around you. You get to choose how you perceive this world. You can choose to perceive this world as loving, kind, and peaceful. Or you can choose to perceive this world as evil, harsh, and unfair. The choice is yours. You choose the perspective you hold. And no one soul moves with the same perspective. For every perspective holds all that has ever been, the memories, the moments, the feelings, the experiences that made that perspective what it is. Let go of what doesn't serve you and walk into the light of the potentials, of all the perspectives. Your perspective creates your reality. Your perspective is your vision, is your sight, is your viewing, just like a projection screen. You are both the actor and the director and the writer of your reality. You get to choose the perspective that you hold. So breathe into this knowing. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, coming back to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, opening up your beautiful eyes, coming back into this space with a new perspective. I love you. I see you. I perceive you. And I feel you. I thank all of you guys for joining in this meditation. If you are feeling called, I welcome any donations. For every single donation is helping me and all the other teachers to bring these free meditations and motivations and talks to you guys. Every donation helps us to know that our work is important at this time and that we are helping to serve you guys. With each and every donation, it gives us the energy and the motivation to keep going. For this is our work. This is our job. Just like all of you guys have. So if anyone would like to give a donation, I welcome it. I thank it. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate your perspectives, your vision, your sight. A few announcements before we leave. This coming Friday, I have a Sacred Women's Circle. I hold it once a month. It is for women. It is for whatever women desire to join. And you can come, and this coming Friday, the topic will be on what women desire in relationship, what women desire in love, what women desire in sex, what women desire when looking for a masculine counterpart. And then on Sunday, I am holding a men's mastermind. And the mastermind is going to be me teaching other men how to find their true lover, how to find their partner, how to find and what women desire in looking for a partner based off of what I gather from Friday's talk. It will also be an open discussion after I teach men what us women desire and what men desire, what men want, how men feel walking in this world, how they feel in that reality. And so that will be Sunday. And then also, if anyone is interested in cutting cords from past lovers, past partners, so that you can manifest the partner that you so desire, to bring in the money. I have a sexual cord cutting course. If anyone is interested in working with me and creating another beautiful community of just working with other light workers trying to awaken the world, you may join my Patreon. I have everything from just support to one-on-ones to my sexual cord cutting course that you will get from free. When you join my Patreon, you get access to meditations and motivations before I post them on YouTube. You will get other videos that I don't put on YouTube and all of that fun stuff. And then lastly, if anyone is interested in one-on-one coaching, if anyone is interested in setting a goal, setting an intention, doing 3-month coaching, I offer 3-month coaching packages. And because it's been requested from me through you guys, I am now offering just one-on-one coaching, not advertising for the 3-month. So if anyone's interested in just either one-on-one coaching or a package, you can book that with me as well. And I am going to leave my link tree because I found a way to do Linktree. So my Linktree has everything for my one-on-one coaching, my women's sacred monthly circle, my men's mastermind, my sexual cord cutting course, and my Patreon, and more things like where you can donate to me at, my website, my YouTube, my blog, all of that stuff. So here is a link. Let me know if that posts for you guys. Let me know if you see that. Let me know if you got that link. And then finally, let's just close down this circle. I thank everyone for joining today. I thank you for your presence. Let me know if that link posted, if you see that in the comments. And I'm going to ask you to just close down your beautiful eyes and imagine all of us united. See all of us connected, holding hands like we did in the beginning. Seeing all 157 of us united in a circle, filled with love, filled with light, filled with unity. And send that light throughout the whole circle, letting everyone know that they are supported, that they are loved, and that you see their many perspectives. And then letting go of the hands, bringing your hands up to your heart, bowing down with me. Namaste. For my soul recognizes your soul, that we are one soul and many bodies. Thank you for the love. Did you guys get that link? Do you guys see that link in the comments? Please let me know and then I will leave. If you guys are not yet following me, please make sure to follow so you get all of my lives and all of my different meditations. Oh, you can't see the link? Okay, perfect. Let me try again. Insight time was so... Okay, so I'm putting a space here. See if you can see it without a space. Yes? No? I posted it again. Do you see it? It's also the same link that's in my bio. Okay, let's try one more time. I'm leaving a bunch of spaces in here. Okay, how about now? Perfect. Okay, so when you paste it, just make sure you fill the space in. Alright, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for everything. I see you. I love you. Namaste.